today?
4.
Mister,
Listen, listen, you have more than 2 weeks to do it. You have this week and next week to do it. Okay?
Okay, that's a lot of time. So, Miss, Caleb looks like a burnt jean. Look his face.
Joseph, what do you say? Miss, bro?
Huh?
Alright, let's get
I
started.
said Mister.
We're gonna get started now, so I need everyone to be paying attention. Thank you very much. Page 322.
320. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. 20. I got it. It's not this. 9.1. Oh, yeah.
Ready for
All right, let's get started. Samuel, we're starting with you.
Okay. Insects, abundant arthropods. In Proverbs, the wise man Agir lists 4 small creatures that shows God's wisdom and design in the instincts they have. 3 of these, the ant, the locust, and the spider, are in the group of invertebrates called arthropods. As we study these tiny and diverse creatures, remember that God has created them for His glory. Continue, mister.
Yeah, keep going.
Armored arthropods. Approximately 90% of all known species in the animal kingdom are the arthropods, invertebrates with external skeleton and jointed appendages. Arthropods belong to the phylum Arthropoda. Arthropods belong to the phylum Arthropoda. The 5 main groups of arthropods are insects, crustaceans, arachnids. Mister, I don't know what, but this part it is of the last part.
centipedes and millipedes.
Centipedes and millipedes. Arthropods share 5 major characteristics: an exoskeleton made of chiefly joined legs, segment bodies with distinct ridges, growth by molting, and an open system of circulation. Arthropods do not have internal skeletons like vertebrates. Instead, they have strong, lightweight exoskeleton, composed primarily of proteins and chitin, a substance chemically similar to cellulose and starch. Exoskeletons provide protection, strength, and support. All arthropods have jointed legs and segment bodies, divided into distinct body regions. The body and exoskeleton are segments to provide flexibility as an arthropod develops its periodically outgrowth with exoskeleton and mouse shed the old covering and growth as new organs. Shedding the exoskeleton is called molting. The the when an arthropod molts, the chitin splits and
All right, the next page.
creature steps out, leaving the cold exoskeleton behind. The animal then secretes chitin to form a new exoskeleton. Continue.
Yeah, keep going.
The heart of an arthropod pumps blood, with its often greenish, yellowish, or colorless, into large arteries. The arteries open into the body cavitals, bathing the animal's internal organs with blood. The blood flows directly back into the heart without veins because blood is not restricted to blood vessels, and arthropod has an open system of circulation. Some small crustaceans do not have hearts; they rely solely on body movements to circulate blood throughout their body.
All right, Joseph, I want you to read next. Joseph,
Yeah.
you're next. Read.
Uh-huh. Wait. They, no, that already read Samuel, right?
Venus in the field.
Yeah, but I think Samuel
No,
already
he
did.
didn't read it.
Was born, no, wait. Jean Henry Frey, 1823 through 1915, was born to a poor couple in a small village in France. From an early age, he was fascinated with God's many creatures. After working his way through high school and college, Frapp taught for many years in the French schools. His interest in nature, especially in insects, went beyond discovering facts to satisfy his own curiosity. He communicated what he learned to others by teaching and writing. He had a gift for simplifying difficult ideas and making them interesting to his students and readers. Faith was very little equipment which to study the experiment, only twisted a peck knife, so a trowel and a magnifying glass. He considered time and appearance to be his most valuable instruments. After closely observing insects and gathering information about them, he designed experiments to test his ideas, repeating the experiments many times to be sure of their results. He then wrote down his observations so that others could benefit from his work. Until there, Mister.
No, keep going.
As an entomologist, a zoologist who studied insects, Fabre did value research on bees, wasps, beetles, grasshoppers, and crickets. He discovered the importance of distinct insects and painstakingly described how these creatures behave together. By the end of his 92 years, oh my God, he had written more than 10 books about the insects that he had studied for so long. Because of his thorough investigations of insects and his carefully recorded findings about them, Fabre became known as the world's greatest entomologist. Keep going.
Yeah.
Fabre's years of studies increased his faith in God as the creator of the world. When Fabre was 35 years old, Charles Darwin published Origin of Species. Fabre's response to Darwin's philosophy of evolution was clear. The facts that I observe are as such a kind that they force me to dissent from Darwin's theories. As many people of this time turned from God and placed their faith in evolution, Jean Henry Fabre's faith in creation was not shaken. Fabre died peacefully in his own home in 1915.
Good job. Caleb, you're up.
Nice, beautiful.
6 layers. Insects of the class Insecta are some of the most varied and numerous of God's living creatures, making up more than 70% of all known animal species and 90% of known arthropods. Every year, an entomologists discover new species of insects. Although entomologists have now discovered about 1 million species of insects, scientists estimate that there are 4 to 6 million insect species. An insect has three distinct body regions: head, thorax, and abdomen. All insects have a single pair of antennae. Most adult insects have both simple eyes and compound eyes. Air enters an insect's body through tiny openings called spherules, which lead to thrushes. All insects have three pairs of joint legs and must have one or more pairs of wings. Insects are the only invertebrates that can fly.
Keep going.
Signs of change. Almost all insects begin life within an egg. An insect may lay hundreds or thousands of eggs at a time. The young that hatch from these insects will go through one of three modes of development. Certain species of insects undergo direct development, hatching as miniature replicas of their parents and merely growing later with each moult. Most insects, however, undergo a series of changes in body from the time they hatch until they become adults. This process of metamorphosis may be either complete or incomplete.
Very good. Right here, a total transformation.
A total transformation. When an insect undergoes complete metamorphosis, it ages from its egg as a larva, a worm-like growing stage. The larvae of various insects have common names, such as grubs, beetles and bees, wingers, and capitals. Insect larvae have skirty appearance, devouring any foolish insect, and often causing extensive damage to trees and cups large mold several times as they grow. When the larval development is complete, it enters the resting stage of its life cycle as a pupa. Many insects will spin a protective case called a cocoon or chrysalis to spend the plural stage in. Although it is resting, the pupa experiences a considerable amount of activity at its body. Tissues recognize to form wings, legs, new mouth parts practically, and entirely new insects. After this wonderful change has taken place, the insect being the final stage of its life as an adult. Adult insects do not grow or molt. Ready, Mr.
Very good. All right, Yosa, you're up.
Stepping through change. Insects that undergo incomplete metamorphosis include dragonflies, mayflies, crickets, grasshoppers, locusts, cockroach, and termites. The insects begin life within an egg that hatches to reveal a nymph, an immature form of an insect that resembles the adult but has different body proportions and lacks wings. The nymphs molt several times. The number of times depends on the type of insect, which with each molt the nymphs become larger and more like an adult. Its major activity is the same as that for a larvae in complete metamorphosis, eating. As the nymphs molt for the last time, the winged adult insects emerge.
You can see the molt. This is the fourth molt right here. And then the winged adult emerges. So this is the full adult right there. All right, actually, I don't want to read this right now. We're gonna keep going.
We have a lot of work to do today.
Yeah, please load. All right. I think that's actually it for that page. Yeah, that's it. All right. Yosa, keep reading 9.2 right here.
Insect body plan, sensitive head gear, taking it all in. The frontmost of an insect's three body segments is the head, a pair of large compound eyes, each with multiple lenses, protect from the side of an insect head. Although an insect's eyes are immovable and its head has only limited movement, it bulging compound eyes enable it to see in several directions at the same time. Each compound eye is made up of anywhere from a few dozen to 28,000 six-side sections called ommatidia. Sing. Ommatidium, which usually fit together in a honeycomb pattern. Each ommatidium together gathers light, focus it, and transmit the information from the lenses through the optic side nerve to the insect's tiny brain. The brain assembles the signals from the ommatidia to give the insect the information it needs. Each ommatidium provides one pixel to the final image. In most insects, three tiny simple eyes with only one lens, are located between the compound eyes on the top of the head, forming a triangle that points forward. These structures detect only light and shadow.
All right, so these are the body parts of the bee that we're probably going to talk about next. But this is right now is the eye. So this is what their eye looks like. Their eyes are weird. Okay, so we have the cornea here and this crystalline cone. So you see, this is their vision right here. But they can see like 180 degrees or 360. I'm not really sure which one it is. But there's so many different eyes. So that's what it looks like. All right, let's keep going. Yes, I keep reading for me.
Specialized sensors. As useful as an insect's eyes are, its antennae are even more important as sensory organs. Insects' antennae have a wide range of shapes, size, and uses. Many moths have feathered or comb-like antennae. The June beetle has leaf-like antennae. The long-horned beetle has antennae with segments look like saw teeth, and the cockroach has long thread-like antennae. Other types of antennae look like clubs, have knobs on the ends, look like strings of beads, or have tapering segments. A helping hand. Many insects have sensilla, which usually looks like tiny hairs. Most insects have sensilla on their antennae, but sensilla are often located on other parts of the body as well. Sensilla tell the insects much about its surroundings. The abundance of touch receptive sensilla on the antennae of many insects has appropriately earned antennae the nickname feelers. Sensilla are used for taste, smell, and hearing.
All right, can you see right here?
Custom made.
One sec, we'll stop right there. All these things that are on their feet, those are the sensilla. So they're used for taste, smell, and hearing. So not only when does it land on you, is it just touching you with these things right here to be able to first taste, smell, and hearing. We have our nose and our mouth, but they have their antennas, which is honestly kind of gross, man. And I don't like being touched by bugs, to be honest. But that's all right. Their antenna are used for good stuff. Except for cockroaches. Cockroaches are disgusting. All right. Diosa, keep going and finish this page for me.
Custom-made mouthparts. Each insect has custom-made mouthparts designed to fit the food God planned for it to eat. This set of mouthparts consists of 2 lips parts and 2 pairs of jaw parts. Like the other parts of the insect, the mouthparts are segmented, divided by joints. Detail of design, such as the numbers of jaw segments, are sometimes used to distinguish between 2 nearly identical insect species. Species shapes. An insect's upper lip is a mouth part called the labrum, and its lower lip is the labium. The shapes of the labrum and labium vary to suit the types of food a particular insect eats. For example, the labrum of the fly has a rather broad and rounded shape, ideal for sponging liquids. The labium of the mosquito is long and thin, like a straw, enabling the insect to suck the juices.
And then go to
From
finish this chapter, this paragraph.
From plants and animal tissues, the labium also possesses a pair of palms, sensory organs used to feel and taste the insect's food.
Very good. All right, Luis Mario, you're up.
Me?
Yeah.
Jaws of life. That one.
Yeah.
The insect has paired side to side jaws called mandibles. In chilling insects, the mandible fan-like teeth is sucking insect. They resemble needles. When a mosquito bites you, she pierces your skin with her lungs, slider mandible, and enjoys a meal of blood. Jersey flies and some flies have mandibles formed like sharp blades that cut the skin of a mammal, so the fly can drink up the blood. The grasshopper uses the mandible to cut and grip salt before pushing the food in its esophagus with its labrum. The maxillae are paired jaws that assist the mandible. A chewing insect maxillae hold the food as the insect eats. Symphony insects have a long, slender maxillae that functions the same as the mandibles. The honeybee uses its mandible, one on each side of its labium, to work with wax and pollen. Insects have a palm of each maxilla, molded of the midsection, a double deal. Insect wings are attached to thorax or middle body region. On adults, insects have wings. Most types of insects have two pairs of wings, but some types only one pair, and few are wingless because many insects are grouped in order by the design and structure of their wings. Most other names have the Latin and ptera, meaning wing. Entomologists often divide insect families into general and species by observing different in the main partners of the wings. These partners can usually be ob- observed with a hand length, uniform but unique. Also attached to the thorax are three pairs of legs, each having five main sections. There is a great variety in the structure of an insect leg. For example, the digging insect, such as the mole cricket, have very large front legs that act as shovel and digging through the soil. Many water insects are designed with legs flattened into R for padding through the water. Cricket and grasshopper have powerful hind legs designed for suddenly jumping long distance. Houseflies can walk up walls and even windows because their legs have tiny claws for grasping and hairy pads that secrete a sticky substance. The bee uses its legs for walking, working with wax, brushing pollen from its body, and carrying pollen.
Um,
I continue with the next patient.
yeah, let's have you finish this page, and then Anderson,
Mister.
after you. Keep going.
Okay. The last link. The abdomen in the headmost part of an insect's body. Although the head is easy to disgust from the thorax sometimes seems to run into the abdomen. The easiest way to distinguish between the thorax and the abdomen is notice attached moment of the leg. The leg attach only the thorax, the abdomen being after last pair of legs, catching a breath. Although an insect abdomen usually has 10 or 11 segments, some insects have abdomen with as few 6 segments. Most of the abdominal segments have a pair of spiracles, which are the intake and outflow opening, opening for the insect attaches or respiratory tubes. They may be additional pairs of spiracles of the thorax. The movement of the insect wings and the expansion and contraction of its abdomen and straight pump air out of the stray. An insect, an insect has an intricate design of a amazingly, amazingly complex respiratory network. At places the trachea widen into air sacs, they are also divided to the smaller and smaller tubes. The smaller tubes, strenchioles, attach directly to the individual cells, providing them with a rich supply of oxygen and removing carbon dioxide. Amazing the additional the, the final abdominal segment of various insects that have species appendages. The earning has a pair of append pen shapes in pieces. The springnail, a white insect, has fork, forked tail that folds under a body and acts like a spring to proper, propel in the body forward. The female of some species of insects has sharp pointed ovipositor on the end of its abdomen.
Very good. This is the project you guys are gonna have to do. So pay attention. It's on page, what page is this? 333. Remember, you guys still have 2 weeks to do this. And I think, yeah, that'll be the project. And I think actually this is it. Yeah, that's it. All right, that's actually all we're gonna do today because we ran out of time.